What's good, Kinganda? It's your boy El Shay Duke Jackson, back with another episode of Dear African Americans, right? And I want to address a topic. Does Africa need African Americans to flourish? Right? Does Africa need African Americans, or AKA the black diaspora, to come take over? Now, this is something that I hear a lot on YouTube channels. I've been hearing it for years, that the reason why Africa is in the place that it's at is because Africa needs African Americans and those who are woke to come back and save them from the white man. And basically the diaspora or African Americans are, both groups combined will save Africa from white zaddy, all right, from the white man, from white supremacy. It's a very controversial thing, right? I've been coming to Africa for 3 years, and here's my assessment of that. Africa doesn't need anybody, okay? Not to be offensive to anybody on the African American diaspora, not to be offensive to the diaspora at all. It would be good if the diaspora came. But if you have the attitude that Africa needs you, I think you're sadly mistaken, okay? There's enough talented people in the continent of Africa to save itself. Africa can solve a lot of its own problems overnight. Now, I think it would be great for the diaspora to come in and want to assist Africa. It could speed things up. But you're gonna need people with the right mentality. I think that anybody thinks that African Americans are gonna come and take over Africa, or the diaspora to take over Africa, I just don't think that works. Because I think that's very disrespectful to the talent of people that are here. Africa has made great strides, whether you want to agree with it or not. I can even attest in 2017 when I came here, I couldn't run my business. But by the time 2018 at the end came, I was able to do this business full time if I wanted to stay. So within a year, Uganda had caught up. Africa is catching up. The only people who are not going to catch up are those people who are not going to come and be a part of Africa catching up. Africa cannot be held back for just so long. There's too many talented people. There are too many bright people. There's too much of everything on the continent. I think with the African American diaspora and blacks, we want to play a contributing role. All right? We want to play a contributing role. I know this is going to be controversial, but when I look at Uganda, for an example, Uganda knows how to run the, electricity power plants. Their people, they run the national banks. They know how to print their own currency. They know how to do a lot of these things. Might not be to the best of their ability, but they know how to do it. All right? And things get better. With a lot of us in the diaspora, we haven't been independent of the man to understand those things. Just because you come up and you have a good education and you understand how to do things, that doesn't mean that you know how to do it by yourself. I'm not saying that we're not capable of doing it by ourselves. I'm just saying that, we are not the saviors of Africa. Africa is the savior of Africa. And the diaspora has the ability to really help Africa go to the next level as we unite and try to work together. This is all a teamwork thing. While I'm shooting this video, my good brother DJ Nacello is sitting right here. When I come to Uganda and I'm trying to talk about him to do things, I'm not talking to him like, yo bro, I'm here to save this, I'm gonna take over the market and the business. No, he's my brother. We are partnering, right? He doesn't need me as much as I probably don't need him. He's already known here. What we're trying to do is combine our resources to make it better. The diaspora doesn't need to have the attitude that, it's us that's gonna change. We are gonna wake everybody up. That's just the bad attitude to have. The attitude to have as a team, and a team of Africans and a team of African Americans, the sons of Africa out there, is that we already have talented people on the continent. Let's help our people, everybody, come up. Let's all work together. Even though we have problems, even though we may have issues, even though we may have tribalism. Let's try to forget all of that and let's work for the benefit of the good. There's enough opportunity for everybody. That's how we need to do it, without any group being better than the other group, right? And I think that a lot of times when I listen to a lot of commentary in in these African American streets on YouTube, I'm hearing like African Americans, some people feel that we are going to save them, or we're going to be having to teach them everything. I don't think that's the case. I think that we teach them some things, they teach us some things, and we learn to grow together. Same thing, like I would say in my partnership, I'm looking to teach as much as I'm looking to learn. We have a lot of things we can learn. Africa, in most countries I've been to, they have very good, thriving communities that work together, more so better than I think African Americans work together in some aspects. And there are things about the diaspora, Jamaica, the Black British, the African American diaspora, that we do very well. We come to the table trying to help everybody involved without one group having to save somebody else, right? Just because one group of people are more popular, than the others, that doesn't mean that they are the saviors of the continent. We have to develop everybody and do this as a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. And Africa doesn't need anybody. Africa is destined to rise without anybody's help. It's gonna do it one day regardless. It's the sleeping giant. You cannot keep it down for long. Africa is destined to be, the continent is destined to be great. There will only be down so long. You, me, people like that, we can work with the governments, we can work with the people on the ground, we can work with each other on social media and platforms to leverage and help each other get bigger. That's the only mindset we need to have, instead of this mindset, I'm gonna help, we need to get help take over this. No, you're not taking over nothing, all right? Just stop, okay? Just stop. We all need to get together, work with the African Union. I know some people don't like the African Union, but we need to go ahead and come up with initiatives and objectives little by little to help people rise so that Africa and Black America and Caribbeans, the Haiti, the blacks in the DR, the blacks in South America and Brazil, we all have something that's feasible for all blacks in the world. That's the true definition of Pan-Africanism. There is no, me in Pan-Africanism. All right, so guys, it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of Dear African Americans. Subscribe, hit the bell, keep it real. Kinganda forever. We out.